Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Quite a few of you have written in and wanted to know the same thing as to how our loved ones from the other side, those that we have loved and lost in death, how they have the ability to help us from the other side. Because you have heard me say many times, and I'll say this especially to people who have lost parents, that they can do far more for us on the other side than they could do for us here. And by that I mean that they have the healing modality of peace. If there's a love or blood connection and we need our loved ones in any way, if we're grieving for them, if we're not feeling well, if we're having a bad day, or whatever we're going through in life where it causes us distress in any way, they have the ability to pull their energy in, to step into our dimension. Okay, remember that heaven is just another dimension of here. So when this body, we no longer need the physical body, when it no longer serves us, we have the ability, our soul, to step out of this physical body and begin our life in the next dimension, which many refer to as heaven. So once we're in complete soul form, spirit form, we have the ability to step back in to this dimension and be around our loved ones who need us in any way. And when we do step in, or they do step in, they have the ability to bring peace. And I call that a healing modality of peace. No matter what we go through in life, if we can find that place of peace within us, whether it's a spiritual, emotional, mental, or physical, if we can feel that peace in our minds and in our bodies, it brings us comfort. And I explained before, I often refer to spirit energy as our shot of morphine. If you're in a hospital and you're having pain and they give you pain medication, the pain medication doesn't stop a cancer in the body. It doesn't stop any kind of disease. It doesn't heal a wound. What it does is it brings relaxation, calmness and relaxation into the body, into the bloodstream, into the muscles. So we go from this state to this state. Okay, and I know I've explained this before, but I'm going to explain it again because so many of you have asked me this question. In the past 2 weeks, I think I got 17 people that want to know how they can help us from the other side, and what I mean when I say that they have the ability to heal us. So they heal us with peace and calmness and love. And when they step in, that's what we receive from them. That's why I often, last week I did a little clip on what I call the wave of when, all of a sudden we're in our homes or wherever we are and we think about a loved one who passed, all of a sudden out of the blue, and we suddenly feel such grief and we begin missing them again. And all of a sudden, we could go days or weeks or even months, and then all of a sudden we get this tremendous wave, as I call it, that comes over us and we miss them again. And that's because they just stepped in from the other side. They stepped in from their dimension to our dimension, and they're with us. They're right next to us. And that's why we feel them, and we don't understand that. And that's why I like to educate people and help them to understand how this works. So when you get that feeling, that wave, as I call it, that's because your loved one from spirit just stepped in. Okay, so when I say they have healing modalities, what I mean is they have the ability, when they step in, to be with us whenever we need them, for whatever reason, if there's a love or blood connection, just to bring that peace and calmness into us. Okay, I don't know any better way to explain it. I mean, there's only one divine being that has the power to heal an illness or create a miracle, and that's God. And I believe very much in the power of prayer, and I believe that we're all responsible for our future, and that's why even, I say I don't do psychic readings. You are responsible for your own future. The future is based, a lot of it, on the good choices or the bad choices that we make ourselves. So, you can change your future as far as circumstances or situations by the choices that you make. Okay, so that's what I call free will. Okay, and like I always say, everything we do in life is about choice. It's all about choices. We can choose to live in God's love and light and live a good life, or we can choose not to. We can choose to, associate with people who bring us joy and are very calm and very positive people, or follow people who are very negative and not on the right path of life. And then we too will go off on the wrong path if we choose the negative people to follow. So I myself try to surround myself with people, who are positive people, who are good people. I You know, people often say to me, when you turn away from someone, you just turn away. And that's what I do. If someone in my life causes me pain or distress, or I see this person is not a good person, I have the ability just to pull away from them and not look back. And that's just what I do. That's just me, because the way I live my life and what I do, especially with what I do with my mediumship, it's important to me that I surround myself with good, positive people. So that's what I try to do. But to get back on track, as you can see, I went off a little bit, but to get back on track, the healing that I'm talking about is peace and calmness that our loved ones from the other side bring to us whenever they step in, whenever we need them to. Okay, so I hope that gives you a little better understanding. I hope that cleared things up a little bit for you. And as always, I leave you in God's love and light.